Black queens forever. Snow bunnies
Nobody's
never.
Afrique, Afrique, et malheureusement Afrique sans fric. Oh, naso idée, naso idée, yendenika. Mais oui, c'est comme ça. Eh oui.
All right, so before I get yelled at, let us welcome everybody back to another episode of Now You Know podcast, right? We have a really interesting topic today where I would not be bullied by Kelly at all. Just kidding. Today we have a few guests before I talk about our topics here. So I'm going to start off with our regular members. We have Queen K in the building today. We have Kelly, our resident bully, and we have our second most consistent member, Belle, and myself. Now, as our special guest, we have
I'll let it
Kiara.
slide. I'll let it slide.
We have Kiara and we have Keen joining us. So please come up and tell us a little bit about yourselves, right? Tell us a fun fact so we can get to know you a lot better than we already do right now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Keen. I am originally from New York, born in Brooklyn, lived in Queens, and then I moved to Houston. I would say it's going to be 4 years in January. So I've been in Houston for a while. I enjoy Houston. It's pretty cool. A fun fact about me is, I guess, I don't know.
I was kidding about the fun fact part too, by the
Oh,
way. I just had to put you on the spot.
Okay, yeah. I can tell you anything if you ask me certain questions, but yeah, that's pretty much my background. I am born in America, but I consider myself Caribbean because my mother's from Barbados
Okay.
and my dad's from Panama. So I kind of grew up in like a West Indian household, Caribbean household. So yeah.
In New York too, so it's a whole
Yeah, so that's
melting
like
pot,
the
right?
melting pot for
Okay.
immigrants.
Nice. So I'm guessing you're gonna have a lot to share today, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, looking forward to hearing it. Kiara, what about you? Tell us about yourself, please.
It's my turn.
No, it's not your time. It's just the world is just yours. We're living in it.
Oh, sorry. So you did say my name. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
So where should I start? I live in Delaware. I was born in Philadelphia, but I've been in Delaware for a long time. I've known Banner since I was like 10. That's when I moved to Delaware. He was actually my neighbor. Um, and I'm a real estate agent. I'm licensed in 3 states.
Ooh, let us know where to
Delaware.
find you for real estate there. You got a real estate page?
I do. I have a real estate Instagram. I sold Banner his house. He didn't tell you?
You're here to tell us. Why would he
Oh,
tell us?
okay.
You're here to tell us. Talk, come on, brag. This
So-
is your moment.
Okay, so I'm licensed in 3 states. Most of my business has been in PA, but this year I'm selling more houses here in Delaware, which I'm excited about. My Instagram page is your real estate needs underscore, and
Okay,
I don't know what else to
nice.
say. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Keen, you want to drop your IG as well too?
Yeah, my IG is at Keen KEENJAWN __.
All right. Not
I
to be
still-
confused with boss lady ____, right?
No, but I still get an actual business Instagram once I stop playing. So
Exactly.
on the side, I do like
Mm.
financial consulting. I know how to do taxes and stuff. So yeah, I will. I'll get it up and running. Trust.
I've been trying to tell you, but you won't listen to me. Maybe somebody else will tell you.
Bell.
Bruh. Really? We just waste our talents, huh? We just let it just go, huh? Wow.
No.
All right. You see, this is why there's a disconnect between us. And speaking of disconnects, that's gonna lead to our topic, basically, right? And our topic here stems from a few posts and a few online chatter that we've been seeing online, floating around here, where people have been talking about the relationships between African Americans and, Africans, right? The ones who are, straight from Africa, like born and raised or partially born in Africa and partially raised there and moved here, right?
Mhm.
As some people might like to call them, fobs, or whatever you want to call them. So there's always been this dynamic where I guess African Americans feel like or think that Africans don't like them, and Africans think that African Americans don't like them. So I'm going to open it up to anybody. What are your thoughts on that? Is that something you've observed, and is that something you would care to either agree or disagree with, and why?
I agree.
Oh, whoa, Kiara, what you mean you agree?
I don't know what it is, but that's definitely the stereotype. And I've experienced it. I don't know. Sometimes like the woman can come off as very rude, but I've been told that's just because that's the culture and that's just how you guys speak. But when it comes off to someone like an American, it comes off as rude. It's like, wait, watch your tone. Who are you talking to like that? That's how I feel.
Mm.
I can understand where she's coming from. I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kelly, definitely you.
Yeah, Kelly. Oh man.
Okay, just so we're clear, okay? I am the nice one. You see these two big head, them big and medium-sized head?
Wait, who's
I'm the
medium?
medium size.
Definitely medium.
I'm the
No,
medium
Carlton,
size.
you're the big one. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Thank
Karen,
you.
whose side are you
Thank you,
on?
thank you.
Queen is my weakness. I am the nice one. You see these two? They've been bullying me from like the past couple of
Bruh,
weeks.
they gave you a
Just
simple
because I
question. Do
gave
you
a little
agree or do you
attitude
not agree?
yesterday,
You're talking about
which
our
in my
heads.
defense, the attitude is, it's, how do I want to put it?
Can you answer the question that was asked to you, please?
But anyways, I'm a nice person. Don't let them fool you. They're the bullies. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying because we Africans, we like have like a tone in our voice, like the way we speak.
Who's we?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
we?
that's what I'm like.
Yeah,
What
we.
do you mean
Who's we?
we?
Why
You,
I
does
you
don't
we?
have that
included.
tone.
You.
I don't
Me
have a
too.
tone. I don't
Yes, you
have
have a tone. Belna.
Wait, what
I
about
have an
me? I don't have
accent.
a
I don't have
tone.
a tone.
You have there's a tone that we use when we speak. I'm not saying like it's a bad like tone. It doesn't like we don't mean to come off like rude. Like sometimes why like we might say something and then it's like we use exclamation in like pretty much every sentence. That's the thing. So sometimes you might ask us a question and then it's like we answer, but it's instead of it like coming out in like a maybe simple, subtle manner, it comes out like loud and aggressive. Like we're trying to like
Yes.
yell, or like we're trying to make you like feel like you're looking like we're looking down on you. Like I
Yes.
get what you mean because I've like sometimes I've been in rooms like where it's like someone asks a question like an African American will ask a question and then like you will respond back in like a very rude way, not intentionally. And then I'm just looking, I'm like, they just asked a question. In my mind, I know that you're not being rude, but I'm also like feeling on how the other person is feeling, like they don't know who we are. So, and
Yeah.
the expression alone is gonna tell like, they're feeling like a certain type of way just because on how you responded. So like
Yeah.
that's why I agree on.
Ma'am, that weed
I'm
thing
not
might
gonna
just be you, eh?
take Thank you.
That weed thing might just be you.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
not a
so
nice person.
so
But I would say
your person.
Donner's family is like the nicest that I've ever met as far as Africans.
Thank
nicest.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
It's exactly my point with the we.
I'm a
Thank
very
you.
nice
That's about Kelly,
person.
please.
Despite what you're saying, I'm a nice person and I'm a low tone person. I don't speak loud. But you see these two,
Why
that
are
Bob
you
and Donna, they're very loud.
why are you doing this?
Bam, we're in front of company, please. Like,
Yes,
I
why
know.
you-
am I
Even though
getting
Donna
attacked?
warned me ahead of time, Donna was like, better behave
Exactly.
yourself today.
Exactly, and you're clearly not behaving yourself.
I just answered the question though.
Keen,
you.
what do you think? I feel like you have some thoughts that are, brewing in there. What's going on in your mind right now?
So I think, well, obviously, I went to school with like Africans.
Mhm.
So I was close to some Africans, like when I went to school with them. I would say like they probably moved differently when they was at home. Like I've experienced like their parents, and I could see the tone that you're referring to. But I think it was just like I got used to like that because I'm like, I'm already cool with you. You're like my friend and whatever, whatever. I know that your parents, like, that's how you are with your parents, or that's how your parents talk to you because, I guess they're like strict with you, which is okay. So I think it was just more like a cultural thing. And I felt like it was kind of similar when it came to like the Caribbean culture. They're kind of strict with us. They might have a certain type of tone where I feel like maybe Americans wouldn't understand that, or like if they're looking from the outside in, they're gonna be like, why is your mom talking to you like that? Why is your dad talking to you like that? Like, nah, it's just a Tuesday. That's how they're gonna talk. So I see what you're saying, but I think how I grew up, it was like, yeah, that's like a normal thing. So I get it.
Okay, so you don't think we're rude. Okay, excellent. I like that. I like that.
I would
Queen King.
Say I wouldn't think y'all rude. I think that the rudeness could be what you gonna call it. It could be misinterpreted if that makes sense. Like I
Mm,
could see where the rudeness could come in, like if it's just like somebody first experiencing it, like this is kind of rude. But then it's like
yeah.
once you get to like know them and see like the interactions, like okay, this just might be a cultural thing, and they're not necessarily
Mm,
being rude. It's just that's how it is. So
I do have one more comment though. I was
yeah.
told like, that Africans look down on us Americans, I think, because they feel like maybe we don't work as hard
I
as you
like
guys.
you mentioned. I like that you brought that up. Continue.
Is
Cook,
it
cook,
is
cook.
it a lie?
I've heard that before. I like that you brought
That's
I've heard
I
that up.
that
think that's
before
Continue.
like
too.
one of
I've
the
heard that before.
biggest competition like that we have among each other.
Is it a lie though?
The working no, but it's some Americans that work just as hard. So maybe that's a stereotype that Americans have that they're lazy. I mean, a lot are. That is true, but it's a lot that aren't. That isn't.
Mm,
You know
Yeah, I
what's
think
funny?
most cultures think that though. Like a lot of like not even just Africans. I think if you want to talk about Asians or Indians, they might look down on us in general
Probably maybe
that we
like a
don't
lot
really
of
work
people
as
from like
hard.
different countries.
Yeah, they might come to America and be like, this is not. But I think it's just different cultures and different things. America is a different type of place. Like if you go to any other country, if you experience any other country, you'll see like how different it is. So I just think like people coming from different countries, they might come to America and be like, "Oh no, this is not what we do back in my country." But that's pretty much everywhere.
yeah. It's
So can
funny
I?
because I'm seeing Karen, like, Karen, I can already tell your head is already just there with thoughts. Go ahead. Let us
Thank
know.
you. So it's funny because me and my sister talk about this with Uncle Celestine, Mother's dad. And we've had conversations with him about that aspect of how Africans do look down upon Black Americans and think that they're lazy. And like you guys said, it's not only just Africans, it's a lot of like cultures that see that way. And we were explaining to him that the reason why it looks that way and countries see it that way is because when other cultures come to America, they make it in America, right? They come, they establish themselves, they become rich and have like not millions but have wealth. While Black Americans have been in America for how long and still haven't quote unquote established themselves. But other cultures fail to realize there's been systematic racism that has been put in place for years that hold back Black Americans from getting to where they need to. I'm not saying that it's impossible. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, the systematic racism that they've been doing for years, gerrymandering, um, redistricting, like whitewashing neighborhoods, putting incinerators in different neighborhoods where Black communities flourish, killing Black Panther members because they see that the Black community is trying to come up. Whenever Black Americans want to come up in America and build wealth, America always finds a way to just like diminish that and like kill what's going on. So people don't understand that. They think that just Black Americans are just lazy, but they don't understand that Black Americans have been fighting for
Programs.
years to like get
Yeah.
out of this cycle. And it's really hard compared to like other people when they just come into this country. In a way, when they come into this country, it's kind of like a blank slate. You don't have any history with this country. You don't have like that systemic racism that has been built in for years. You're coming in here as a new person, even though you might be of darker complexion. So it's in a way, it's easier when you come with a blank slate compared to where you have like generations of just like
Of racism.
horrible things happening to you. It's a different playing field.
Yeah,
All
I agree.
right. Before I push back and try to give another alternate point of view there based on what Karen has said,
But I have multiple point of
Don
view. That's not just
Nino,
the only one, just so you know.
what you got? What you got? What you got? Let me let you cook.
I
Um,
already ate. Kelly, they said Del Nino, did not say Kelly.
oh, sorry.
She's already saying All right, no, but Karen makes a very good point though, right? I think also for most of the immigrants that come to the US, right, they have something to compare to,
Mm.
right? Because you're coming into the US, you have, for example, let me just use my country as an example, because what's going on in that country right now is above and beyond all of us on this
Embarrassing.
podcast. So you're coming to the US. The US also has its own shortcomings, but that's a conversation for a different day. You come to the US, you're like, okay, I just left Cameroon, for example, and I'm now in the US, right? I have something to compare my life with. So I have this previous life that I was trying, and then now I'm in the US. US is going to give you a lot of opportunities if you do everything that you're supposed to do, follow the right path, don't get into trouble. But I think with most Americans, they only know America, right? So it's hard for them to compare with something else. And a lot of Americans too, right? Like the Black community, when somebody wants to get out of quote unquote the hood, they're looked down on. Like, why do you want to get out? Right? Do you think you're better than us for getting out of the hood? Right? If somebody wants to go to a better school, right? They're like, oh, you think you're better than us? You're trying to, so they're gonna do everything they can to put that person down. So it's not just a thing within, Africans and Black Americans. There's also a rift even within, the Black American community. So it's a bigger thing, and I know Karen is gonna cook a little bit more later. So I'll let her cook later.
Hmm. Interesting thoughts there. Kelly, what do you have to add?
I was just gonna say, like a lot of Africans, like the way they've been like brought up when they come this way, like me, I came here at a very young age, 12. And at that age, like all I know is just school. So it's not like I'm coming as an adult to work, but the way we are brought up, it's like we have no option than to succeed. And sometimes like it might look like we are trying to like, outshine the African Americans. But it's not like that. It's just how like we're being pushed at our homes by our parents because you only have to win and they have a certain goal that you need to get to. And if you don't get to that goal, you're a failure. So sometimes like when we are like so hard on ourselves, it's not because like we are looking down on the other people, but it's just because we have no choice than to be successful because they came here as immigrants. And when we leave our countries that are not really that we don't have like too many opportunities, and we come to a place like America where it has like so much opportunities like being given. And I do always like to acknowledge the fact that, before we were able to like get into some of these rooms, it's always good to give credit to the people who fought for us. And I wish like we could like all come together like at some point and be like, there's really no need for us to fight. Because now it feels like I feel like the African American feels like they probably fought so much to like have us like in these different rooms and different places. And then it's like we just came from Africa and then start like getting into those rooms. and they're still having a hard time getting into it. Which, I mean, yeah, I can see where the rift is coming from a little, but again, it's not really like our mentality to like come and then look at someone next to us. We just go straight. It's just like we are focused on our goal, on us. So if it means like we have to just ignore whoever or compete and just move forward, we're going to do that. It's just, I don't know, it's just the mindset that we've been brought up to, like just succeed, succeed. So we don't even have like we not most of us do not like have like the freedom to like choose what we wanted to be because our parents would choose that for us and they would put us that on that road.
Okay. Interesting thoughts. So I think I kind of gather a few things from each and every single person, right? From you, Kelly, I think what I gathered most was expectations, right? As immigrants, we come in here with very high expectations.
Yeah.
And I think that is part of what may help create that rift because, like you said, there's no choice, right, other than success. So you have parents coming in here with the mindset where I got to make it. I'm leaving something way worse, like way, way, way worse to come
Yep.
to where I'm seeing an opportunity and I'm seeing people that look like me with the same exact opportunities.
Yeah. And they don't let
And
you sleep.
well, that's the point, right? That ties back to the whole thing of Africans maybe looking at African Americans as lazy. If now I'm coming in with high expectations, right? And it's either I make it or I make it. Now, Belner mentioned something that's like, hey, sometimes like the African Americans, sometimes community holds themselves back at times. It happens in Africa as well. We hold ourselves back too. Like your neighbor is the one that's gonna hate on you the most. Like if we're being honest, if you're trying to make it out, your neighbor is one in Africa. We have the same thing. They're gonna poison you before you make it abroad. Like they're literally
Rich
gonna
people.
poison you, right? Because they don't want to see you
I think
succeed.
it's a
So we
general
do,
black thing. Like the hate amongst black people
yeah,
is like just big. So it's not just like it's
yeah.
everywhere.
Is
So
everywhere.
that's my point, right? So it's tied into everything. So we still deal with the same struggle that African Americans deal with. And then you have the systemic racism, right? Does that not affect us too? Because I'm sure it does as well.
It
Like when we get
does.
No,
the
I'm
only
not
difference,
saying
it
it
does.
doesn't.
Well,
I'm not
let me
saying it
finish.
doesn't.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I'll let you cook. Let me cook.
Wow,
All right?
Chef Carr is cooking. It's cooking.
Yeah. So systemic racism is going to affect Africans as well, just as much. I think the difference is that we have access to a more open mind in regards to we're looking at things from a different point of view, from a point of I cannot fail. You have Africans that come here and guess what? We have criminals in Africa, we have criminals here. We have the same exact behavior back home, it's back here. We all have that. I think the only difference is we're coming with a fresh start and a fresh mindset to do different things. But when we do get here, and this is where I'm going to open the floor for Keen or Kiara to respond back, right? And I can use myself as an example. Who made fun of us more than any and everybody once we got here?
Don't
It was
African
African
booty
Americans.
scratcher.
Like it was African
Hey!
Americans, right? Like who gave us the hardest time? Who
Yeah.
made fun of how we walked, how we ate, how we talked, like
The
our
clicking
food and
sound.
everything?
Your
To be
food
honest,
It
like
was
when I
more
was in
so.
school, it was mostly I like white people were more nice to me than
literally.
That's my point. That's
because
my point.
honestly, in as much as I wanted to like make a lot of African American friends, they would scare the shit. Like they would bully me the most. Like they would think coming from Africa,
Can I
like
defend them real quick?
like
Yeah.
Can
Hold
I
on,
just defend them?
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish my point. Let me cook all the way through, right? So, y'all, you deal with stuff like that. So imagine Keen or Kiara, you guys can respond to this. As the parent, if your kid comes back from school and they're saying, "Damn, these kids are picking on me. These kids are bullying me," and you find out every single day all those kids are what? A specific, group. Are you gonna like them? No. If you yourself dealt with that, are you gonna like them? No. Right? So we all dealt with it coming up. Like, hey, this is what happens. Now, why do we do it? I think it boils down to the education system and the media partially. And I think this is where things shift a little bit, right? Because us home, when we're watching movies and all that stuff, if you notice, when you see a black person in a movie, most times, what are they? They're
They're first to
either,
die.
some first to die, some ghetto shit or whatever. Like you have a mindset, like the music, hip hop, and all that stuff. We have an idea of what goes on. So we're coming in with stereotypes that are not clarified but instead are reinforced when we show up. So of course we're thinking like, you're up to no good. But what do y'all say about that?
I
K&K.
would say I do remember the era of the African. I mean, y'all probably won't believe me, but I did not partake in it because I felt like most of my, especially in middle school, most of my close friends were actually African, and then in high school too, I had a couple close friends that were African. I seen the like, even though we were all black, I seen the split, if that made sense. But like, no funny, like the Africans were the smartest in the class, and we always would hang out because I knew that they were very nice to me, and I'm like, yeah, let's all hang out. They would help me with my homework, and then I was really good at math, so they would be like, yeah, come on, King, let's do our homework together. So I remember the era. I remember the mean stuff that people would say. So, and I didn't really understand it, but I knew it was just happening. So I'm just like, okay. I didn't really say nothing against it, which I probably should have, but at the time, I guess I didn't really understand why there was like kind of beef with Africans because I just didn't get it. But what was the other point that you made?
Well, I was also saying like the media, right, plays a huge factor into the stereotypes that we came in with, which
Yes, correct. So I
yeah.
think the media also, and I think obviously at that time, social media wasn't too hyped up, but there was
Yep.
still some type of stereotype still going around that kind of influenced and impacted how people portrayed like Africans, of course. So, I think now we could say today, I don't know if I think it's a little better now.
Oh,
Like,
it's way better.
it's I think it's way better now, but it's still not good when it comes to how social media portrays Black people as a whole. I feel like I don't like how, when it comes to the rap, the hip hop, like what they talk about and stuff like that, and kind of like I feel like it kind of breaks up like the Black family, if that makes sense, and it doesn't help us progress as Black people, if that makes sense. So, obviously the whole split with like the Africans and the Black people have gotten better, but there probably is still kind of like a split. And I feel like that's it with most cultures. I feel like that's how it is with the Caribbeans as well. There's still kind of like a close knit, like when I see like other Caribbean people or like when the Africans see each other, it's still gonna be some type of close knit. But I feel like it's a lot better in terms of like the discrimination, if that makes sense.
Okay. Nice. All right, Queen K.
So, my experience.
Actually, nah, don't want to hear from you. Just kidding. We will hear from you after our proverb, which we starting with you. You got to tell us what it means.
I don't like you, and that's why your head is down.
What? Oh man. All right, but honestly, this is on you, Queen K and Keen. You both have to tell us what you think this means. We always have a segment called our African proverbs, right? I'm gonna read a proverb, and you just have to tell us what you think it means.
You know what's crazy? Real quick,
yeah.
Before we go to this proverb, all the girls here names begin with K.
I know. I realized that. I realized that.
Oh wow.
I did not peep. Wow. Interesting.
I just looked down. I saw. I was like, okay, all right.
Yes.
All right.
K's are the best. The best.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
All right, we're
gonna.
All right.
So yeah, you gotta Jarrett and just tell us what it means, right? Kelly, Kay, Keen, Kiara, if you want to hop in and let us know what you think it means, please do. All right, here's what we got. So until the lion learns to speak, the tales of hunting will always favor the hunter. All right, I'll repeat it one more time for those in the back, like Kelly, who can't hear me. All right. Until the lion learns to speak, the tales, Tales, right? The tales of hunting will always favor the hunter. Go ahead.
Why didn't you pick me?
Nah, you have sense now. I have to make sure you don't have sides. Let's start with Keen. What do you think it means?
So I think it means that, well, obviously it's more like metaphorically, but like when you're hunting, I don't know who in their right mind will hunt a lion, but like obviously when you're hunting, if you're hunting a lion, so to speak, you're gonna go back and say, oh, I did this, I did that, I killed the lion, I got the lion, whatever, whatever. But we obviously know lions, they probably demolished you or demolished your friends or whatever, but they can't speak. So it's like the tales or the stories that the hunters are telling is what's gonna be propaganda, because it's like the lions can't say nothing. So we're gonna obviously take the side of the hunter, knowing damn well the lions
You know
are.
what? You ate. You ate
Yeah,
with that
case
one.
closed,
Ain't that
bro.
what y'all be
Let's
saying?
move
Y'all
on. Let's
ate?
move on.
Hold on. I gotta. What do y'all be saying? Ninjas be lying. Ninjas be lying. Pun intended.
Y'all are funny.
You better believe that.
So yeah.
That's some little brown them. Feel me? All right, JK. All right, K, go ahead, man.
Why are you
Pretty
smiling
much
like
what
yeah?
Keen
No,
I
said.
know.
don't say pretty much what Keen said. What?
And to add on,
Mm.
it's always okay. So I also see it as like communication wise. If you're able to go and spread information like about like how you hunt the lion and how what rifle you need to use, where you need to hide and whatnot, you can go and spread the world to everyone how to do it while the lion just sits and doesn't say anything because obviously he can't talk. So now like the hunter has an advantage. But it's mainly what Keen says, but I just wanted to add that part. Because
Wow.
You just ruined it. You just
Wow.
ruined it.
Like that, it be like that, yo. You take 3 steps forward, and guess what?
Bruh,
Somebody takes
it
you.
be your own people.
I know, but
Your
I
own
just said
community. It beats your own people.
you guys said I can't agree with her, but I literally do agree with her. So I was like, okay, if you want me to add something, I'm just gonna add something. So whose fault is it? You guys forced me to say something, right? So that's
Um,
okay, please.
Okay,
the
please
meal was already
save your
cooked,
animosity. I
and
beg.
you came and added
Ah,
what I need again.
Because
Hey,
I'm
you guys
telling you.
said you forced me. You said you can't just say agree with her when I literally
We
said
didn't
I
we
agree
didn't
with
say
her.
that. We didn't say that. But
until the
okay, back
lion
to
learns
back
to
to back to our
speak.
topic though. Back to our topic, since ninjas be lying all the time. Now, okay, what do you think about the rift though between everything? Like what is something that you think we can do to mend that gap there?
So it's gonna take I feel like as we all know, it's definitely gotten better, but it's in the stance of we need to help each other out instead of each
Mm-hmm.
other seeing each other as competition. Because I feel like that's what it is. I feel like it's competition.
Mhm.
We, because some black folks, when I say black people, I don't only mean just black African Americans. I'm talking about both of us who have pigments.
Mm-hmm.
Us as like black people, some of us have that mindset that we have to be the token black person. We have to be the one that the white man must approve on. So that's why once again when I say black, I'm not specifying anybody in particular.
Yeah.
That's why we as black people are always in competition with each other because we need to be the one at the top, the best black. It can't be all of us. We all can't just be eating at the same at the table. It must be one of us eating at the same table with the white man. And until we can remove the white man from the equation and understand that we are the same people. Black Americans are Africans at the end of the day. Like if you go back to their roots and genetics, they all like have some type of African like country in them. So until we understand that this is literally our long distant cousin, our long distance auntie, long distance uncle who was stolen, then can finally come and unite and share each other's culture and give each other like tips and tricks how to do this, how to do that, how to maneuver and everything like that. because we are each other's allies at the end of the day. We should not be having wars against each other. That is literally what the white man wants. Like that is literally what they want. They want us to fight each other. We are not each other's enemy. And growing up, since I was born in Cameroon, but I was raised in America. So I've said multiple times in the podcast, I was always too Africans for the Black Americans, and I was too Black for the Africans. So I never had like a quote unquote place. Nobody accepted me because I was too much of each for either one of those. So I feel like I'm a blend of both cultures. So my perception of how I see each culture is completely different, if I'm being quite honest. But that's gonna be a whole different
We on the
podcast.
same. We on the same. We on the same wave. I feel you. I feel you.
So
Um,
that's
you
like
did
that's
bring up something very important though, and about us having facing the common enemy. If we're being honest, we know who it is. Or no, I'm not saying the common enemy. Wrong choice of words. The ops, right? And we have a quote from speaking of solutions. We have a quote, a very famous quote. And I'm gonna pass this off to Kiara and Donna because you're very close to this famous and this freedom fighter here. And he always says, and people laugh at him all the time, but he always says, Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. The Prince of Pan-Africanism himself, Dr. Umar Johnson. What are your thoughts about his efforts to bring us
Nah,
together?
Number one,
How
number
y'all
one
feel
He
about
boosted
having
guy.
some, he be having some tokens.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
number one boosted guy.
What? What? We're against the
We
Prince of
woo, we woo,
Pan-Africanism?
we woo.
Kiara, please tell me
Wait,
you
wait,
disagree
hold
with
on,
this.
hold on, Carl.
saying some
If you're
things.
talking about if you're talking about Pan Africanism, you're gonna put him up there.
Hey, look,
No, you
for
don't put him
today's
up there.
time,
Don't put
he's
him
up
up
there. For today's time,
Okay.
no, honestly, who would we put over him in today's time, in today's
Today's
society?
time, bro. I don't.
In the last 30 years, honestly, what name like stands out when we're talking about that?
Munge Kelly.
None, right? So, Kiara, you hate this man too? You think the school is fake?
Wait, do I hate Dr. Umar?
Yeah. What do you think of his efforts?
To be honest, I don't really know too much about him. I see a little bit of his videos and stuff. Me personally, with the statement that you just made about what he said, Black Queens forever, snow bunnies never. Me personally, I don't like to look at race when it comes to, it's just about the person to me. But I know, like, I even know in you guys' culture, like I know you guys' culture, you would rather the son or daughter marry someone in the culture. You don't want them marrying outside of the culture. So I do get it. And some African American families is the same way. But me, I'm different. I just think you should just see the person for who they are and not the race.
Okay. I think he says that more so for the unity of Black people as opposed for, anything else. But I do agree though, like obviously if you like what you like, you like what you like. But again, Belle, back to you and Kelly and anybody else, right? Speaking about like what his efforts are, talking about actively pushing people going back to Africa, learning about their roots, constantly preaching that we are all one people, right? And that we have a common struggle here and we're getting each other's ways. What do you think of his efforts, and what would you change and what would you like? Go ahead.
Kelly is ready.
I don't really know much about is it a guy or a man?
Okay, just take the guy out of the equation. What
Okay,
would you do? Yeah.
so with me personally, I feel like right now than what it used to be before, like right now, a whole lot more people, like a whole lot more African Americans are getting like to know the African culture than what it used to be before, So now it's like, I feel like it's more easier right now for more Africans who are probably middle school and high school to feel more comfortable than we ever did. And in terms of maybe Africans going back home to as build their country and all of that, I am 100 support of that. Okay. Um, you don't necessarily like have to be there like 100%, 50%.
Wait, time out, Kelly. What do you mean by Africans going to build back in the country? You mean Americans going back to
That's
Africa
what
to
you
build
asked, right?
there?
You said something about Africans going back to their country and building it.
No, like Americans going back to Africa to learning about
Oh,
their
I mean,
roots and things.
yeah, that's common now. I mean, a whole lot of them, especially like celebrities, like they do DNA tests and then they see where they're more aligned and they're
Man,
going back to their
that is
life.
Okay,
fakest
Kelly,
thing ever, yo.
let me stop
That
you
thing
right
is
there
not even
too. I
accurate at
think you
all.
missed the point. Yeah, I think you missed the point. We're talking about the efforts of bringing the two groups together, right? Africans and African Americans. So we have this guy, right, who's constantly preaching that, right? Preaching, go back home, go back to Africa, learn we're all one people, things like that. And now you
Oh,
have a lot more Americans, African Americans going back to Africa, right? So we're talking about, bridging the gap. So what are your thoughts surrounding that?
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I do love the idea. Like I said, it's a lot more easier now for African Americans to like embrace the African culture than they used to before. And I feel like that's like a step to us like progressing somehow. And like I see a whole lot of celebrities like taking DNA tests and going back to like different African countries and getting their citizenships, and even just like regular people like visiting Africa more now than they used to before. Like people used to want to travel just Europe or like the Caribbeans, but now it's like people are so curious to know like more about Africa, and we're starting to now get the idea of like Africa is not a country, you know, like the way they used to think before. We are now starting to know like Africa is an actual continent and we have different countries, and Africa is not the Africa you see on TV because every part of the world has that part, that suffering part of that they normally like used to show in Africa. Like we have, I mean, we have homeless people everywhere, but everyone used to, that was like the image, like the main image that was like portrayed about Africans on TV, that when we came here, like, and then started school, people would think like like I had like the most random questions. People would think we just came out of nothing, like we had absolutely nothing going on. But now people are like learning more and more about that and learning like the different countries and visiting it and like just exploring and just music, culture, everything. Like I feel like it's gonna bring us to a place where all of us will like just love and light amongst each other. Hopefully.
Okay. So Kelly, no ideas of how to bring us together closer.
Am I supposed to bring an idea?
You did not answer the question at all. You just went on a whole rant about nothing.
But you asked, wait, I don't,
Never mind.
you know what?
Kelly, they said
We
you
have guests. I'm not
answer.
like,
You
I
asked
would
the
not
question very
even,
well for you.
we have guests, okay? I will behave myself today.
Bonino, what do you think?
You asking me if we're going to come together.
What thoughts, yeah, in regards to coming together? Or I can even flip it the other way, right? To where, which I personally don't think is fair because we get to migrate here and establish our lives here and things like that, right?
Mhm.
But you do have a lot of Africans now that a lot more people are investing back in Africa. They're
Mhm.
upset because they're getting priced out of their homes as well and
Yep.
things like that. So it's going back to recreate a rift. So what are what solutions do you have, or what thoughts do you have about bridging that gap, maybe, and actually having us actually stand as one people and facing our common opposition?
I mean, at this point, there's many ops, as the Americans would say.
Literally.
And even right now, going back even to your point, right, the ops is still within the black community itself, right? Because if you think about it, life has to balance, right? And as much as we are trying to mend whatever issues that we have, if we're being honest, right, on this podcast, that shit's never gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen,
Don't say
right?
that.
No,
It's
I agree.
it's facts. It's
Damn.
literally facts. It's not
I
gonna
agree.
life has to balance. For someone to get cheated on something, there has to be a cheater, right? For someone to get priced
The
out of
cheetah and the
something.
I feel
cheatee.
like we'll find a
Exactly.
balance
No,
someday, maybe in a
hold on. Let
thousand
me,
years or
ma'am,
100
ma'am.
years
Thousand,
or
yeah, maybe
Yeah, it's
not,
not gonna be in this
maybe
lifetime.
I'm not
maybe
saying
Nia,
like right
maybe
now,
Nia
but
will
don't
help.
say never. I'm
Hold on
sure
now.
we'll get,
Hold on
you
now.
know.
Hold on. Attends to play. To play. No, I'm
This
batting
guy
wise.
speaking French. Yo, what?
Whenever y'all talk in y'all language, I know it's something crazy. Cause what?
That was French. You don't know French?
That was just French.
Papa
Oh no,
français?
I don't know French. I should.
He's trying
No,
to
no,
be
no, no.
fancy.
We have guests here, so he's trying to show up. He has
Nah,
never spoken French.
Continue, please.
Like,
But
bro,
let me
I
what?
I like what you were saying.
let me finish before I lose my train of thought now. Wait.
Kelly, you see this guy? This wee woo.
So the thing is, right? Life has to balance, right? And right, there's a reason why there's for there to be a police officer, there has to be an arm robber, right? So life has to balance somehow. So people who are going back to Africa now, it's all fine and good, right? But think about it. Who are the people who are in power? You have the politicians, you have the presidents, the governors, whoever it is. Now, if I show up to a county, right, and I say I want to get land, I say I want to buy, let's say, enough acres to build 15 houses, right? Now, if I just give that one person enough down payment up front, I'm good to go. In the sense that I have exclusive rights to every and anything on that property. And the fact that I'm a foreigner, it means that I even get privileges. Think about it right now, right? You see China in Africa, Lebanese are in Africa, right? What happened if you walk into a Lebanese store in Africa, the front of the store is Lebanese, and the kitchen is Africans. Why is that? Why is that? That's because that's just how it is, right? No matter how much you try to fix it, think about it this way, right? Karen, you experienced this when we're going back to Cameroon. We stopped in Morocco. What did they do? American passports this way. Everybody else that
Everybody,
way.
they literally discriminated against
Literally,
their own
everybody else that
African
way.
fellow people.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Me and Belner
Yeah.
at that time, we still had a Cameroonian passport. Me and Belner had to wait. Everybody
Listen,
already left.
everybody went out to the
left, and
town, got the
was sitting
hotel.
Yeah,
in
well, let me
waiting.
not say really, because that's like
It
In
don't know.
happens.
Morocco, me and Belner, we stood in that line for how long? Like 3 hours. They searched us.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Like it was so bad. Just because we had Cameroonian passport, but we're in Africa. We're in the
Oh yeah.
continent, but they're still treating us horribly, and everybody else with grace.
That was the thing. I feel like Africans worship like the white people
No,
more.
I'm getting there. I'm still cooking.
Like,
I'm still cooking.
it's-
So that's another example, right? Now think about it this way, right? When you're traveling within Africa itself, you know how difficult it to travel within Africa as Africans? It's a pain, right? But guess what? Someone asked a very good question, right? Why doesn't Africa need a visa to visit another African country? I understand for Europeans and Americans, yes, but why doesn't Africa need a visa to go to another African country? Some countries are making it exempt now, but there are some that are still so stubborn that they're making it mandatory for you to have a visa. Now, I was in Conakry looking for flights to go to Senegal, which is literally next door. You know what I found? I had to leave the continent and go to Turkey and then come back into Africa. You know how painful that is? So I feel like Africans itself, we make it difficult for ourselves just because we're stubborn, right? Like we have everything, the laws are there that if somebody's passing through, they have all the papers, they have all the right documents, let them go. But the average African that works at the airport, right? You literally have to pay them to do their job. And if you don't pay them to do their job, you are the problem. So until all of these things get fixed, right? It's almost like an expectation now that you gotta pay someone to do their job in Africa. It's painful. So before all of this is done, this rift, even within ourselves, is not gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
I was trying to figure out where you were going with this. I was like, bruh, make it make sense. Like, where is it going?
a
But
lot
it
of
connected.
Africans, like the more like when a lot of Africans like travel to like America or Europe, the more reason like they want to like be able to get a passport from that country or to become like a citizen, it's not because like we want to give up our own passport, you know, but it's because like it gives us access to not being treated bad by our own people. Like, if I have to go to Cameroon now, right, I'm most likely to be treated better because I have an American citizenship than someone who has a regular Cameroon passport.
Okay, that's
As
the
soon
moment
as
you
you
speak. The
enter,
moment you speak, I say, paysan. The moment you
as soon
speak,
as
you
you
know
enter,
you're
but
Cameroonian.
that American passport still saves you quite a whole lot. But
To
you
an
see that
extent,
Cameroon
man.
passport, the moment you enter there, like the people are so rude, like their mindset, it's so discriminatory, like they worship the white people like it's crazy. Like it's like just being abroad to them is
So
out the
to your point,
country.
All
Kelly,
right,
it
let's
sounds
let's
like
ignore the
what you
white
all are
people and
saying.
yeah,
No,
go ahead,
to
Car.
Kelly's point, right? It sounds like you're saying that like before, like we cannot have any hope of doing anything like Belna says
Yeah.
until we fix things at home. Is that
Thank
the
you. Can I
consensus,
add something?
basically?
Yup.
Remember that grasshopper quote from the other day
I don't, but
about
I know what
the
you're talking
eagle and the
about.
grass? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Can I?
That's the same. Go ahead,
What
Go
I'm
okay.
ahead.
gonna say actually ties back to that Dr. Umar thing and what Kiera said. So, how Kiera said that she agrees with the quote, but she doesn't agree with it at the same time because she
Yeah.
doesn't see race and we shouldn't base people upon race, right? I agree 110%. But at the same time, by us constantly saying that, oh, we shouldn't see race, we shouldn't see race, we should just see people as people. Yes, you're right. But by saying that, we're eliminating the trauma and we're eliminating the discussion about what goes on with us because we just want to see people as people. But that's not the reality. That is not the reality that we live in. We don't live in a reality where we can just see people as people. Because if we just see people as people, then we can start saying like, oh, it's 6 weeks. I just see you as a person. No, racism doesn't exist because I see you just as a person. It eliminates the whole trauma that we as Africans and Black people go through just in general because we don't want to see the racism part. We just want to see them as humans. But we need to talk about it. We need to accept it. We need to say that, yes, this is the reality, and we need to have discussions about it. Like I said, we need to unite together and understand that we are not enemies. Like, we are not enemies. We need to see race because we need to understand that racism is happening and it's destroying the African community and it's destroying the Black community. Like, we have a target, like our enemies are the same people. It's not us. People want to come into our culture and steal it and grow, build wealth, property, everything like that. But then when it's time for us, when we live in this continent, to come and do it, it's a problem. So yes, we need to see people as their race because that's literally what's happening so we can have a discussion so we can move through it and progress because Africans like to act as if the Europeans and the Asian people aren't controlling us.
All
They
right.
are.
So just to, but we're gonna wrap up shortly, right? But Kian, I have a question for you. So in order to bring us together, right, potentially, what do you like? What is one thing if you could tell Kian or Kiara, if you could talk to an African person, what is one thing you would tell them like about how you feel about like what they could potentially change to bring us closer together?
Should I go?
Yeah.
I would say, I think we need more of an understanding of each other because I don't think we understand each other, to be honest. So I think that's where we should start because I don't really all the way understand the culture, and I don't think you guys really understand us either sometimes. But I do think we do have a lot of similarities. We just don't know it. Yeah.
Like facts, like not to cut you off, but like you ever like see
Yeah.
your siblings, like they piss you off the most. Like they know how to get, but you're very similar typically with them, right? Like I think that's the
Yep.
same thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. I think that's all I have to say.
I know Kiara was at my wedding. She had a good time. She had a good old time.
She was doing that. Don't do it.
She ate all the food, eh?
Nah, she was doing
Oh.
the spaghetti. She was doing the spaghetti.
Oh yeah, you're talking about at the wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know that. See, and Donna didn't even tell me like I should wear a certain thing. Like I was like, what the heck? I got there on time. I got there at 7 o'clock. People were showing up at 11. I had no clue. No
Belna,
clue.
you
Kiara,
wildin'.
what is your no?
Belna,
That's
you
He
no,
are
no,
didn't
so
warn
wrong.
you.
no, Kiara. I'm not gonna lie. That's partially your fault. You take 50% blame on that.
I know.
Because one, this man don't tell nobody nothing. Like just empty last boy, like
Never
completely.
go to an African
Two,
occasion early.
African wedding on
Wait, I don't
time.
tell
Never.
people anything. What are you talking about?
How
I
is she
didn't
supposed
know.
to
Hold
know?
on. This man invited us to his engagement the week of, and we had to book flights. And I'm saying the week of, like the actual week of, like, bruh, like he don't tell people
Wow,
nothing.
Belna.
I was testing you. You guys passed.
Bruh, I had to book my
Ah.
flight like 3 days before. Like, bruh, you don't understand.
That's how you know who's who. You know what I'm saying? You guys passed flying colors.
Like flight tickets are cheap.
Back then it was cheap.
Well, yeah.
Wow. But another thing I would also say too, right, is like to the point where, you know, we're saying like a lot of Africans are very much abrasive, like we're very sarcastic and things like that. We really don't understand. I don't think you guys really understand that piece of us. But then African Americans be throwing a lot of shade too on their end. We do too on our end, and y'all do too, right? On the other aspect, right? So like how can we understand each other better? Like now culture is emerging a little bit more with the music intertwining a bit more, right? Crossing over. But like, what do you think, Keen, is a way that we can actually fully bridge that gap? Like, how can we actually execute on that?
I mean, like Kiara was saying, we just like gotta understand each other. I think I was having a conversation with my coworker about just talking to people, like people that are higher than you, and like it's kind of like some type of
What do you mean
nervous.
higher than you?
No, like I'm saying like as a work setting, but we
Oh,
think
okay.
that yeah,
On the hierarchy. Okay.
we're thinking that it's so intimidating until you actually have a conversation with them and you're like, oh, you're just a normal person. So it's kind of similar. Like you be thinking like this person is so different and they're not gonna relate in any type of way, or you think that they're so like uppity or whatever. But it's more so just why don't you just talk to them and ask them about like whatever, their culture or whatever. And they might, you know, people like to talk about themselves too. So you might get an earful of everything, and then y'all are cool. Y'all gonna understand that okay, this is what you go through. This is what I go through. So I think it's a lot of like hidden animosity for no reason, but I think that's also like kind of embedded into us for some reason. Like we feel as though we can't really like talk to people or talk to somebody that's not like us, if that makes sense, because there's always some type of like hidden competition or like I don't know. It's mainly in the Black culture too, because white people they don't do that. They might not necessarily like each other, but they gonna have each other's back. Like for real, for real.
Mhm.
You don't ever see them on social media talking bad about each other. You don't ever see them talking about the
Mhm.
drama. All Black people do that. So that's like number one, we gotta stop talking bad about each other. And if we don't like each other, why can't we talk to each other about what we don't like? Or we just keep it cordial and keep it pushing. And it's like I feel like we need to have each other's back more, just off of just little things. You know what I'm saying? Like white people bring each other up, like they bring each other into like their own companies and stuff like that. So why can't Black people do that? Why it is like, oh, I got to do it on my own and make sure I'm like at the top of the top. Nah, bring everybody up because that's how we are gonna at least be at a level field with our ops, if that makes sense.
So I'm gonna ask a follow-up question, right? And I think it might stir the pot a little bit. So
Yeah.
nowadays I've noticed like with a lot of Africans, we tend to hang out with a lot more educated African Americans, right? People like in the safer spaces. But
Yeah.
quite frankly, we are scared of hood ninjas. And these are a lot of Black people. No, they are like rightfully or wrongfully so. We are actually scared of them, right? To the point where even if you get into an altercation or an interaction with them, you're afraid or almost. But then once you get to that point, and how do you cross that line to where I'm going to be comfortable enough going into this space and actually getting to know the other person? Because we scared, bro. I'm not gonna cap. Like Africans are scared of hood ninjas.
I think like what I said before, I mean, everything it just depends on the type of environment that you're in. But I don't think anybody is so unapproachable, so to speak. Like, no, you gotta understand the environment you're in too. If you're in a certain environment where you know shit about to pop off, that's a different type of story. But if it's like a certain type of calm environment and there's like a person that might be kind of like hood, you will be surprised because a lot of times they don't know until they're educated, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like literally, I remember I was working for this job way back when, and it was like kind of like a hood dude, and they came and asked for a job. You know, the resume, they didn't know nothing about how to do a resume. They just put whatever. And they was just like, oh, this is not how you do a resume. I was like, no, this is not how you do a resume. Like, it's just little things. They don't know because of maybe the environment that they grew up in and like what we see on social media, the type of music we listen to, like the type of like gang banging stuff. I think it's just like a disconnect when it comes to that type of like education, which is why part of the reason why I want to do what I want to do, which is like financial consulting, is to kind of bridge the gap when it comes to financial literacy in the Black community. Because I feel like if we only know certain things when it comes to our finances, we'll be a lot better off, if that makes sense. So I think it's just number one, it depends on the environment that you're in. But I don't think it's bad to have a conversation or just be like, hey, what's up? Like, I get the intimidation, but then again, it's like you just never know until you try. And it's like just do it and you will be amazed to see like, okay, these people are actually willing to understand or get educated. They just haven't been treated a certain type of way, so they're always going to be on guard. But if there's a welcoming person or a warm person that trying to talk to them, trying to educate them, you'll be surprised. They might be more susceptible to like have a conversation with you.
Okay, nice. Kelly, it looks like you have some thoughts to say about that. Go ahead.
About what?
About what Keen just said.
Oh, no. I was agreeing to what she was saying.
Oh, you're agreeing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really?
This is
Wow.
new.
What?
Wow.
This is
Wow,
new.
wow. I'm telling you. But now you do make some great points though, but like I would push back, right, and say, how do you overcome that fear when all you see and all you observe is a specific behavior, right? And then too, on the flip side, right, you have the way we might look, right? When I see a Black person across the street, like earlier, I might actually start looking like maybe a little scared or some type of way. And now that might provoke the Black person on the street, right? To now be like, damn, like you don't really like me because now subconsciously and non-verbally, I'm giving off a specific vibe there where it might be a confrontation thing. So like, how can we like maneuver around stuff like that too?
If you're giving off the energy, they're probably gonna give off the energy too.
Yeah.
So it could be hard to navigate because I've also asked certain people questions like, for example, like I know when I was living in Atlanta, like I'd be asking like, why do certain people bring guns to a party? And they was like, well, we don't know if the other people gonna bring guns to the party. And I'm like, okay, well, that's the problem because that's how stuff starts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna think somebody gonna have animosity, and now you got animosity, so now it's like tension that didn't even have to be there, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it creates that cycle, but I think it just takes like kind of like it takes somebody to just break it. I think it's more so energy as well, because I think when people kind of could feel when you're like trying to be like tensed up or like, you're trying to give off like, oh, don't mess with me, then they might feel like, oh, like what he trying to do. I think it's just the energy, the aura that you kind of give off too.
Okay, nice. So let me flip it. Let me flip it real quick, right? And let's get on the positive side more often, or maybe not. Who knows? How do y'all feel like things have changed nowadays between the relationships between Africans and African Americans? Like, where do you think it's at right now? In your opinion, do you feel like it's a lot better, and it's a lot, or it's a lot worse, and why?
Well,
I think it's better.
obviously,
It's better.
I think it's better.
It's getting there.
Shit's still
All
trash,
right,
bro.
Queen K. Before you start, because I know you have some stuff to say from your chest. Kelly and Bell, what y'all got?
I would say I think it's getting better because, like I said before, a lot more African Americans now are starting to learn a lot more about the African culture and starting to like interact with a lot of Africans than they used to before. Because back then, like it was just like you're African, ew. That was just pretty much it. But I'm telling you, it
no
was
filter.
One word, ew, damn.
But it's
like
was
that's
crazy.
just
Wait,
that's
hold on,
like
Kelly. Hold on, Keen. Is that true? Kiara, is that true? Was that how it was for y'all back then? If you saw Africans like you,
I mean, I wouldn't say ill, but it was definitely like a stigma.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
it was
know
a stigma,
different.
but I didn't say ill. Like I never
I say
teased
ill.
Africans or anything like
Yeah, I'm
that.
not like
But
saying like it's
yeah,
not like literally like ill, but like it's
I
like
know
they
what you're
feel like a
saying. Yeah,
distance. Like
it
it
was
was
just
like
you're
I
going
don't
through a
know,
lot.
like the idea of like us just living in trees and laying around with monkeys. I
Wow.
don't know whoever brought that
Whoa,
theory.
laying around with monkeys is crazy.
Like we just slept in like trees, like with a bunch of monkeys, like. But I mean, like just the fact that like from middle school to high school, it always felt like at at some point, honestly, I just decided to like just not make friends.
mm,
Like I just stayed on my own end because it was so hard. Like you would make friends with someone and then the next minute like they're like telling on you or like trying to like have like one guy say something nasty about you. Like it was just crazy, you know? And it just got to the point where I was just like, I don't like I'm not a
Yeah.
fighter. Like I don't know how to deal with any of this, you know. I would rather be on my own end and do my thing than to like sit and interact with people who just look at me like I'm just absolutely nothing,
Ew.
you know? So it's like you would say like the least little thing and they'll be like, what are you saying? Like, even when you're saying it in like
it's
the accent is
ignorance.
really not that thick, honestly.
No,
It's
trust me,
ignorance.
Kelly,
It's
it
ignorance.
is. It
No,
is.
not
It
every
is.
African accent. Not
It
every
is.
African accent.
I know,
Okay.
I know, I
It's
know it's a country.
ignorance.
I
It's
know it's a
Oh,
ignorance.
country.
Liberian. Oh, goodness
Not
gracious.
every
I don't care.
African.
I would say it out
And
loud.
the thing is,
I
most
don't
African
care.
countries like they speak English too.
It's
So,
ignorance.
but
We was young. We didn't know.
so
I was gonna
So,
get
Keen,
there.
hold on.
I was
yeah, but
getting
Keen,
now
there.
it's
I was
like
let
gonna
they're
me
get
just say
learning.
there.
too,
So
right?
I think
In
it's getting better.
Africa, we make fun of the Americans too when they come to our schools. So don't think it's a one-way street.
Yeah,
We
don't.
the
That's
same
what I'm
we
saying.
get.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's the
just we
same
don't.
exact
We
thing.
really
We have
don't
the same
know,
problems. That's the thing. Like
and
we
we
watch
just
TVs and
yeah.
then we see how like they're speaking on TV and then like we start like mimicking
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
the way
man.
of dressing.
Yeah,
But
Like
hold
if
on
you see
man.
the
though.
way
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
It's
African
hold
just
on.
Americans
ignorance. Like we just young, and we like this is somebody
Africans used to
different.
dress a whole
We're
lot.
not
Like
used to this, so yeah. And I think that's partially why the like we're it's kind of better now because we're older. We're getting
yeah.
educated, and you know we're more like it's more commingled now. So, but I would definitely say I think that's it. Where it comes to like,
Commingled. Big words
what's the
though.
word? What's the
No,
word?
no,
But
no.
it's,
I'm
it's
just
the right
saying big
word. It's the
words.
right
It's
word.
the right
That
word.
boy is
I'm
just
just
foolish.
impressed.
That boy is
I'm
Oh,
just very
impressed.
foolish.
You're impressed? I
Yes.
thought we're all educated on this podcast.
Apparently,
We are, but
apparently,
you're
oh
flexing
boy.
now. Flex. Hey, please, flex, please.
It's like you're throwing the big vocabularies around.
This
I'm
one,
telling you. Commingled, all casually.
yes.
Like,
So
what?
it's like, yeah, it's just the ignorance, and I think that's how anybody asks when they have the lack of information, they just don't know, and it's obviously a better way to go about it. But yeah.
Bonilla.
Finally. Finally, it's about to go down. All right. So you're asking me if it's gonna get better, right?
No.
Or you're
We're
asking
if it's
me
gonna get better.
when? You're asking me when it will get better?
Oh, Jesus. You see this end to last book. I never remember the simple question that was asked.
There are many
They were
questions that were
saying,
asked.
what
I'm
has
just
gotten
speaking.
better? What has gotten
What
better
has
for
gotten
you,
better
in your
about-
opinion?
What has gotten better is the fact that
Mhm.
what has gotten better?
Okay, I would say that for the men, African men are in style right now.
Can I ask a question? What
Oh,
are
snap.
some of the stereotypes that y'all want to clear up?
About
Let me hear this one.
About
Hey,
African,
okay.
about African men.
Oh, I don't know, actually. I haven't really heard
African
of
wait,
that.
why are we clearing
About
this
African
stereo?
men.
Y'all gotta clear it up. I'm talking about
That's what I
Bella
said,
and Carson.
Let them speak.
What are we clearing?
Oh,
The
well then I
focus
guess the
on you.
stereotypes
Play,
are true
play,
then.
defend
What are these
yourself.
stereotypes?
Exactly? What are the stereotypes?
Defend
No,
yourself.
I'm scared now. Like, what are these stereotypes?
Nothing.
Don't let them go
Oh,
free.
I think I know why. I think I know why. Okay, let me clarify
Yeah,
one
I'm
of
pretty
those.
sure
Let me
y'all
clarify
know
one
the
of them.
stereotypes that y'all
There's
hear.
one I'm going to clarify, right?
Yes.
Whatever other African men are doing and all that stuff, right? It does not matter because guess what? Cameroonian men are faithful. Cameroonian men are
237.
extremely romantic.
237.
Cameroonian men do not cheat. That is what I
237.
would stand on business, on 10
Yes,
toes.
yes,
Don't
I
care about the rest
agree.
of them.
Yes, look at our
But I will
president. He's been there
clarify
since
that stereotype.
1948.
Our
Look at our
president has
president.
been there for 40
This
something years
man,
and he
they
ain't going
will
nowhere.
drag you
That's
in.
loyalty.
Like they will,
That's
they will
loyalty.
get you to like taste so much, and then to the point where it's like so toxic. Like you love them, but you cannot leave because they make you love them, and then they shower you with so much. Like they will give you everything that you want, but
Oh,
you
this
see
is
Preach.
them, you see them.
Cameroonian men. Okay.
Cameroonian. Yes, that's
You see
that's
them.
Cameroon.
It's hard to leave them because you know what? They take care of you, right? But at the same time,
Whoa. No,
Why-
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop, Kelly,
Moving
stop right
on.
there. Stop right there.
Moving
Stop
on.
right there. Moving on. Moving on.
Not
So,
moving
Kelly,
on.
Kelly, moving on. Moving on.
Why
Moving
moving
on.
let me finish what I'm
on.
saying.
cultural
Hush.
disconnect.
Both
Cultural
of you people
disconnect.
mute your mic,
Cultural
okay? They
disconnect.
asked a
We don't want.
question.
We don't want a
No,
cultural
let
disconnect.
her speak.
They will treat you well.
You don't
They will
cast.
What's the
pamper
butt?
you.
What's the
They
butt?
Last.
Hush. Let me
Now
finish.
everybody
They
go
will
chop
give you
breakfast.
money. They will treat you well.
Huh.
They would, in fact, they will spoil you. You feel like the baby girl that you are.
Okay.
But you see,
Uh-huh.
they will stress
Oh,
you.
Mm.
They
Is
will
it
stress
is
you.
it one way stress though?
that's a given.
Is it
And
one
they
way
complain
stress?
too much.
Is it one way?
Whoa. Cameroonian men do not complain too much now.
No, don't answer the question. Is it one way?
Are they controlling?
No,
Yes.
not Cameroonian men.
Not
No,
Cameroon-
not Cameroonian men.
Well,
Not
That's
Cameroonian
much
men.
no,
Cameroonian
no.
men.
Nigerian men,
That's
yes.
another
Nigerian men.
stereotype.
Nigerian men,
That's Nigerian. Okay, and Sierra Leone
I mean,
men.
I can't speak
Actually,
because you know.
the francophones, we cannot speak for them. but the
Okay,
anglophone
so let me
Cameroonian
be
men,
fair, right? It's
we're not.
it's better to date a Cameroonian man than a Nigerian man.
Okay.
Okay, my husband is Cameroonian, so
Are you speaking
But-
from experience, dear?
I'm speaking from experience. No, I've never dated a Nigerian man, so I don't even know.
So why are you
See?
speaking from?
Stay away
Why
from
are
those
you-
Because I
Nigerian
know
men.
how those Nigerian men
Let me
are very
just tell you this
cunning.
one right now. Don't go anywhere close
Carson,
to those
nice
ones.
shirt, by the way.
If
Carson,
you
nice
do
shirt,
not want
nice
to
shirt.
have a heart
I
attack,
know,
do
right?
not go to a Nigerian man.
That
Like,
one,
Burna
those are
Boy.
different breeds. You really truly
don't go
need
to a
be an
Nigerian
African
man. I
woman
promise
to
you.
deal with those
You're better
Nigerian
off
men.
probably like
Oh,
being married. You can probably date a Nigerian man for his money and then just take
Nothing
all
more.
you can. Let him spoil you, multiply your account, and then leave. If you want to settle down,
Okay, this is
go to
not
a
the
Cameroonian
advice that
man.
we condone out here,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
We're
this
all
is-
about togetherness,
Members,
not
this
this.
is
What?
togetherness. This is
Kelly.
togetherness.
We're talking about
We're
the
teaching
men,
games,
right?
we're
We're
teaching
talking about the men.
culture.
What
This
is
is
the dating
togetherness.
field?
I thought you
It's
wanted to
just
have
the dating
African
field.
unity.
It's not
This-
I'm
considered the
telling
dating
you.
field.
This is the cultural divide.
It's
I
the
don't
Wait,
think,
dating
I don't
can
think
field.
it's divide. I think it's
I'm here
what
dropping
looking out
rap
for
terms
our
now, eh?
counterparts.
Yeah.
This is for
When
women
you're
to
wrong, you're
women,
wrong. I'm
from
not gonna be
African
like you
women
guys.
to Black women. Like, this is what you need to know how to, like, you
No.
didn't she say share information, show culture?
Guy.
We're sharing culture now. What?
Kiara, what are your thoughts? You got
Wanna
something
learn.
to say?
Yeah, I had a question. I wanted to know, can the guys share what's the difference between the African woman and the African American woman as
You
far as
can
how
share
we
that
think?
one.
Yeah.
Why were you so happy to like? You were so excited. I want to
The
hear
way
it now.
he-
Cousin?
Because Queen K, what do you have to say?
Cass
K,
No,
what
go
do you have to
ahead.
say?
Go ahead.
Cass
Speak.
has
No,
Go
what do you have to
ahead.
say?
Go
lots of
ahead. You already
K,
about
experiences.
to
this
piss
is
me
Just
off. Go
chill.
ahead.
Okay,
chill.
hold
Already about
on.
to vex me.
Not
Okay.
okay. First off, not lots of experience. Don't try to paint me out here like, bro. Not lots of experience, please. You see, glasses. Men with glasses, we don't have experience like that. You're just not possible. All right, just save myself. Even though I wear contacts on the weekends,
You
that's
see
a
how
different
you're
ball.
lying.
It's always the ones who claim innocent.
Okay.
What's the difference? Honestly, the stereotype is that African American women are crazy. Like, that's the stereotype. Like, stereotype is they're loud, right? The stereotype is they're going to fight you. That's that.
African
Our Cameroonian
American,
women,
like
African American women, yeah,
Oh.
like they will fight you for sure. Are African women loud? You're damn
Yes.
skippy. They are just as loud. It's just we are used to it, but and then when we see the we no. But when you hear nyampuka, chicken shit, rubbish, like we're used to that. Like, it's still the same energy. It's just worded different, right? So that's in common. Now, African women are gonna cook. Cameroonian women specifically, they can cook. Like, they would treat you like a king. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, they would treat you like a king,
Igwe.
but they would stress you out.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh
Kelly,
wow,
don't make
y'all
that
said the
face.
same thing.
they
That's why I
don't
said,
like
Kelly,
to give you
it wasn't
peace. They
one-sided.
don't like a Cameroonian woman will see you peaceful, and they will literally pick on you just because you're peaceful. And it doesn't end. It never
That's
ends.
every
When they
woman, not just
become
Cameroonian women.
moms, oh
Oh, so you
man,
agree,
don't.
Kelly? So you
It's
do
even
agree now?
worse.
I was asking you for
They
one-sided.
just
You
don't
say
want you to have
yes.
peace.
Nonsense.
So is that. But they're
Why must
also
you
the
have
most
peace
caring
when you
people,
stress
though.
us
The
out?
thing
Huh?
is, exactly like I
You
mean,
see?
Why must you have
sometimes,
peace
right?
when you're
But
constantly stressing
hold
us out
on,
now?
hold on. But they are very, very loyal. And I'm not gonna sit here and say African American women aren't loyal. I just think we've seen a lot more examples of African American women not being loyal. But we've also seen extreme cases of them being loyal. AKA, my man's in jail, I'm gonna hold him down. A woman's not doing that nonsense. But an African woman would literally take you from zero and build you all the
The
way up.
Hakimi
Like, Cameroon
principle.
And
women,
then
they
they
will
leave us
literally build
for
you all the
And
way
it's like,
up.
and then
and
they
then they
will
will
just
Like,
leave
leave
us.
us.
nonstop.
Hey,
They will
hey.
just
Yeah,
leave
they're not
us.
gonna.
like
Who has,
that.
no, they're not gonna leave
Who
you.
has left
So
They
they
will
are
leave. They
very
will leave
loyal
us.
in a
Like
different
Who
way.
has
we'll
left
build
you?
them, and then they leave us and
Who
start
has
enjoying with
left
someone
you?
else.
Who
I
has
think it's the
left
same
you?
with like. I think
Who
it's just
has
a
left?
black thing
Who
because a
has
lot of
left you?
African Americans do that too.
I
Like
just
you
said
start with a
Cameroonian
relationship,
men
you
are
That's
feel
what I'm
loyal.
gonna
wife,
We
say.
right?
don't
It's
cheat.
so many similarities. What you're saying, like it's a lot of African American women that will do
Yep.
everything that you're saying the African woman
Yeah,
would do.
And not even
Some
for your
women just
race. They
love
leave
it.
you for a different
Yeah.
yeah,
race. That's the thing.
yeah. I also think too it's more prevalent with. I will use Cameroonian specifically because from a kid you're literally raised like to become a wife, right? Mostly for
Yeah.
most of them back home. Like, so they're teaching you early on. You got to make sure you wake up on
Being
time. You got to
groomed.
take care of yourself. You're being groomed from
Yeah.
birth, and I don't see that at all with
Yeah.
African American women in this
Mhm.
sense. So I think
Well,
that's where it changes.
it depends because some African American women come from that. Like grandparents were married for 40 plus years. Their parents married 30 plus years. Like, so it just depends on the individual and where
Yeah,
they come from.
depends.
And then you'll meet the women who don't come from that. They come from the broken homes, but they still want that for themselves because maybe
Yeah.
they're in the church and they just want to seek, what they know they were called for by God and stuff like that. So yeah, it just
I
depends.
definitely agree. I definitely agree.
Hallelujah.
But I will
Hallelujah.
even bring up one more difference. This is not a guy girl thing or anything. This is a community difference though. And I ain't gonna lie, it's our view on, the same-sex marriage and all that stuff. Like, I think it's more
Oh.
Bruh.
accepted in the African American community than it is in the Black community. Don't get me wrong, Black people still not with that, but Africans in general, haram.
Big
Yeah.
taboo. Big
So it's
taboo.
not as
Caribbeans, no.
so like
That's just
here,
taboo.
you'll go to Target and it's just everywhere. It's like they just put it in our face to make us
Yeah.
think it's so normal and okay.
Yeah.
So they don't do that like in Africa at all.
What?
Try it. Try
No,
it.
Are you
they
mad?
hang you by a
Jailed.
Are you
tire and
mad?
you light that
Jailed
tire
for
on
it.
fire.
Are you mad?
It'll
It's a
burn you
crime in
alive.
Cameroon.
It's a
It's literally
crime.
a crime. 5 years minimum. Like
Really?
it's a
Or it'll
crime.
burn you. You get burned
It's
in
a
public.
crime.
Burn
In
you. They'll put
Jamaica,
you in a
crime.
tire
literally,
and burn
they
you.
gunfire.
Wow.
Like probably like
So-
Africans America will probably like pray over you, but us
Yeah.
we're probably gonna
we
get a
don't play,
stick or
man.
something and beat.
We don't play.
What about like the divorce rate? Do like I know
That doesn't
and
happen
you
in our
guys
community.
It doesn't happen. Yes, you
Divorce
know
is
your
so
husband is
taboo.
cheating
Right
with
We have the
now,
someone
Hakimi
now
else.
I feel like
principles.
it's happening because like African women are like starting to like have a more open mindset. But back then, women were
not a thing.
dying. Like
Actually, Kelly, to be precise,
Oh,
it's
they'll
happening
poison the
to
husband.
Africans here in America
yeah,
more
I mean, I'm
frequently.
not saying it's not happening here in America. I'm saying like I'm just saying in
No,
Africans.
No,
in
not what I
general.
said. I said it's happening to Africans more here in America.
Here.
Back home is
it's
still
taboo.
Bruh,
traditional.
how many courts do you know that will preside a case
But
in Africa?
no,
For
but I'm
divorce.
saying like I mean from the ones that I've heard of, I'm saying like now it's becoming like an okay thing. Like people are like starting to like accept it little by little. It's not like 100% there or 50%, but
Mhm.
now it's like becoming normal.
The idea. Okay,
Okay,
I see what
one
you
more
mean.
thing. You know
Yeah.
how like here, like it's like so many men are having babies outside of their marriage. Does that
Come on
happen
now.
in Africa?
Yes, nah.
You will be
Bruh,
My
married.
grandfather,
You have a
because it's also
husband.
legal. It's legal. So when you get married, and there's two different types of marriage certificate. There's the monogamous and the polyamorous certificate. So when you get
Oh.
married, you have to sign which certificate it is that you are going.
No, I didn't get one of those.
Me neither.
You got
Oh,
married in
I'm not
America.
married.
Where
Well,
do you want to go and get it?
let's
It's
do the
legal.
right
It's
heavens.
legal
Go
in
back
Cameroon.
home.
Let's do
Yeah,
the
you didn't get
heavens.
married in Cameroon. You got married here,
It's
right?
I'm
not
about to
legal
tell you,
here.
like,
Hold on, hold
It's
on.
not
I'm about to
legal
tell
here,
Cameroonian.
even
But hold
though
on.
a lot of
to
men
such-
partake.
You know what?
It's okay.
Maybe
He can
gotta
still
go
have
to
his
your
Cameroonian wife. He can still have a Cameroonian wife now.
I'll go
That's
go to your
the-
wife.
That's
It's
another thing
okay.
too. We be
Thank
African
God this
men
is
in
on
the
record.
States and in Europe be having women wives here and a whole wife and family back in another continent
Back
in
doors.
Really?
Africa. Like
Yeah.
and then
Whole
and then
family,
next thing you
2
know,
lives.
bro,
That's what
yeah, literally
Akon. That's
10,
what
15
Akon did.
years down
Akon
the
So
did
line,
men are
that.
just
you will see them
men,
come
no
through.
matter
So men are
African
just
or
men
We
across
don't
the
care about
board.
Akon.
They are they're trash.
yeah.
Damn.
Except for
Damn.
Cameroonian men, yes, except for
They're all
Cameroonian men.
trash.
Listen, y'all was going good until y'all wasn't. So men is just men.
Yeah.
Damn.
No. Okay, so the thing is, right?
Race,
The
they're
the men are very religious people, right? God
Mm.
said, go out there and multiply. And they're
Very
literally
important.
just doing the Lord's work. That's all. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, like,
No,
they're
you did
compelled
not.
to
They
do that.
fully-
No, you did not.
Not if you're married.
Shut the podcast
You multiply
down.
with one
You're doing the
lady.
Yes.
Lord's work unfaithfully.
I will make you fishers of
Just a
men.
man.
Unfaithfully. Do you know that is a crime in the Bible?
Crime where?
He said, do not covet your
Chapter.
neighbor's wife. He's not
Yes.
coveting his neighbor's wife. It's just another
Okay, so
woman.
if women if women do the same, you know what? I think is it in South Africa that women are not allowed to have 2 husbands?
as they should.
Good
And
luck with that
so,
now. Good
Yeah,
luck.
I
it's
think
okay.
that should be
It's
a
okay.
thing
luck.
too.
Again,
It's okay
good
now.
luck.
It's
It's
a
no
thing.
one's
No, no.
arguing. Good luck.
If you want to be like fornicating with different
You know
women,
the
that's
thing,
good and
the
fine.
word is called duopoly, right? Or it's monopoly, duopoly, whatever it is, right? It means that
Mhm.
one man can have 2, a woman can also have 2. It's not just one.
Okay.
It's not one
So when you
directional.
go and bring another woman, your wife is allowed to bring another man, right?
The
4
best thing
people.
is that now
No.
have the woman find a second woman. That's the best approach.
Nope, not
Mm.
the woman. I mean, you have one woman, your wife will have one man.
No.
Even.
No.
What do you
No.
by no? Who do you think you are that you're allowed to have so much and you're not?
You
woman is
men
not
already
supposed to.
annoy me too much for me to even have a
Like,
second
don't
one.
piss
One
me
man
Kiara,
is
you see
enough.
what you
One
started?
makes me
Kiara,
want to
you
end
see
my
what
own
you
life,
started?
and I'll go on and pick a
She
second
knew what
one.
she was doing
I
with
know,
that
right?
question.
She
knew
dropped
what
the
she
bomb
was
and just walked out. Like, nothing
But
happened.
one big thing though, right? I think we have a whole topic on this later on. Is the Africans here in America and the Africans in Africa, right?
Mhm.
Because as much as the Africans here are trying to fix things, the Africans back home are not helping.
Yeah, they anti. Yeah,
They're
They're
not
against
helping
it.
at all.
anti-fixing
They're not
anything,
helping.
bruh.
And they're helping at all, right? So, and that's the thing, right? So as much as we think that we're getting better, in
We're not.
reality, we're not. We're not.
Wow.
And also,
Wow.
if you look at the kids that are being born today, right? Look at the names that they're getting. Right? How many kids born in Africa even have African names anymore? They don't. Because imagine you're not called Stephanie in Africa. They will laugh at you. Your own people in the village will laugh at
They
you.
would. No,
Why
we
is your
make fun
name
of names for sure. Oh,
why is
what?
your name not Stephanie, Brittany, Megan, like the popular cool names?
Yep.
Why is your name not that? But kids don't get African names anymore.
As a side note, why did Carlson become such a famous Cameroonian name? Like a famous name for Cameroonian guys, Bamenda people. You ever notice that?
Actually, I know the answer.
Why?
So the reason why Cameroonians in particular, because Nigerians keep their actual like root culture name, is because in Cameroon, I think was it the Catholics? They came and they told Cameroonians that if they don't name their children after like the Bible, like
Like a
people,
saint or something,
yeah,
yeah.
the saint or whatnot, they could not get baptized. So they came
Yep.
and used religion against Cameroonians. And you know, Africans obviously are very religious people. They must be baptized and their children must be baptized.
Hallelujah.
That's why Cameroonians have their first name are
Names.
white or biblical names because they had to if they wanted their children to be baptized.
I have a question. So who the hell is Donner in the Bible? Just what?
No,
Nobody.
because like
It had to be
someone
what?
like my husband, right? The name that they gave him,
Book of
the English
Joel.
name that they gave him when he was born, they were like, no, because it was not in the Bible, so they did not baptize him. So they had to change his name
Damn.
for him to be able to get
Exactly.
baptized.
Fun fact of the day. Sad fact.
Well, I was baptized even without the biblical name. Hallelujah.
He's Catholic, and I feel like it's mostly like just a Catholic thing, because
Yeah.
I'm Presbyterian, and
I'm
I've
pressed.
never like heard of that. But Catholic, you know,
I'm
Catholic has so
I'm
many.
Carlson. I'm Catholic. I didn't have to deal with any of that. My name is not in the
I
Bible.
don't. Were you baptized in Cameroon?
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, but his own
and
case was
confirmed.
different.
And
He was never
confirmed.
like
But
he was
mind
not.
you, this is from
Yeah.
years ago, so not every generation is going to. It's just the stigma of the name
Are we in
just
the same
carried along.
generation? Are
I
we in
know,
the same
right?
generation?
This year, this people, you and Kelly, and this year we things like we.
Are we in
everything
the same generation?
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
gonna
forgot
chill
you
with
guys
this
are
we.
old. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm young
You
blood
see- you
over
see
They
how
here.
act
we-
like they're
But
so like they're in their 40s.
Another thing that's very common between Africans and African American is how the youth disrespect the adults, as you can see.
Yes.
Like just have
Exactly.
no respect for
No
the
respect
adults.
for
Like
adults.
Okay,
none.
no,
Trying to
Like,
call
am I-
us
am I
unks
your
and
mate?
OGs and all that.
no.
I'm sorry, my elders,
Why are you saying no, Kelly? You
my
have-
No.
elderlies.
Okay, first of all, they bring us up to be able to respect our elders. But the only difference now is our elders are starting to eat a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
So
Kiara
they
got
feel
something to
like,
say
so
for
when
that
we
too.
say
She like,
something that they
are we
don't
No.
want
eating?
to hear, it becomes it's disrespectful, because who you as a child, who are you to talk to me? Then who are you to correct me?
Yeah.
Why are you correcting me?
but
Why?
who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Me,
What
I'm an
experience?
adult.
What
They're not
experience
supposed
do
to
you
be
as
have?
you.
wrong. They're not supposed to be wrong. And when you want to correct them or want to like ask a question that they can't answer, it's a taboo. You are a disrespectful child.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You are so
You're a
disrespectful. Who
disgrace.
do you think you are?
Abomination.
Yeah.
Me who
Abomination,
gave
a
birth to you.
mistake.
No
Yeah.
one knew.
So
Kiara, what's your question?
those were like we're more vocal now in our time than like they used to be, and they're expected to like just. I'll be respectful. Like I
think- I
say,
think
I'm
the right
respectful
word
to
here
every
is
single
woke.
person.
Woke
I'm a
is the right
respectful
word.
person to every single one. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. I
Yeah.
will say my mind.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how
will
I am.
say
So
my mind. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you like sink me down just because you're an elder. I will
Yeah.
correct you.
I've always been like that. And a lot of times elders take advantage of younger people because they know we're supposed to respect you. But then they're disrespectful to us. And I'm like, no, because I'm grown just like you're grown. So you should respect me just like you want me to respect you. That's how I feel. But I'm not disrespectful to elders. It just, I do feel like they should be able to be checked though too, like how they try to check younger people. But my question was, what about the baby mom topic? I feel like, oh my
Ooh.
God.
That one is coming up too. Hold on. We'll bring you back for that particular topic because I don't get it at all.
Wait, ask the question actually. Let's hear the full question.
No, I just was like wanted to say like, you know how here in America it's just like it's like no one has standards. It's like they'll just have a baby with a guy you don't even really know him, and then the drama comes with, it's just the drama that comes with having
Oh
these
man.
children, but these people you don't even know.
They believe that marriage
So
is more of a commitment than the child is.
yeah, and I don't understand that because it's like if you get married, you can get divorced, but when you have a child by somebody, that's totally different. Like,
Stuck
you
in
gotta
forever.
like two families are now coming together to raise this kid and stuff. Like, you gotta align when you're raising a child, I feel, if you want to raise them right. But
Mm.
so like
Oh yeah.
you know how hair is just it just seems like it's praised, like, oh
It's
yeah,
a
that's my baby
glorified
dad,
thing. Oh yeah.
that's my baby mom. And it's just like so ghetto, but I don't know,
I
like
am King's like
yeah, in Africa, like do women not have men's children unless they're married, or is it the same as here?
It's not as
Got it.
common as it is here. Not
Okay.
very much
It
common because
happens.
it's like
It
a
happens.
taboo.
It happens often,
You know?
It
honestly.
happens though.
It happens
Okay.
very
I'm
often.
not
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
I'm not saying that it does not happen. I
No,
said
we're
it's
No,
not
I'm
we're
agreeing
as
with you. We're
we're, we're
common.
agreeing with
agreeing.
you.
We're agreeing
We're
with you.
Yeah,
agreeing
We're
it's
with
not
just
as
you.
adding
We're just
common.
saying
more
this.
points.
Yeah.
So it's like a taboo when you do that, like people think you're just a useless woman who just
Mm.
threw herself away. Like you're just walking around and just opening your legs and men are just sleeping with you, just having like why would you be doing that? You will not even wait to just get married and then they'll force you to
Hmm.
get married to
Yeah,
this person that you have a
exactly.
child with.
Typically,
And
yeah,
when
that's
you
what I was
get
gonna say.
married,
Yeah,
and most of the
sometimes.
time when you get married to this person that you have a child with, because they don't love you, you suffer and they beat you, they abuse you,
Ouch.
like you suffer so much just because you did a mistake and now it's a taboo for you to leave someone that you have a child with.
That's
So
why we
to
have
be
lower
honest,
divorce rates.
like my point, like my view, like I would rather prefer like the African American method where it's like if you have a child, that's fine. Than for you to be in a man's house and suffer and get beaten every single day and not loved just because like it's seen as a big taboo, like you just did something that it's unthinkable.
Then don't have the child.
So
So yeah, I think one thing is let's not paint that picture like
Yeah,
that's
they don't
every
have the
single.
child.
That's a small fraction of what happens. You also there's no child support, so you also do have situations where it's like if a guy does it, there's no consequence, no blowback for the guy. And
yeah.
again, if the guy's family doesn't want to marry you, it's not gonna happen. So let's not make it seem like it's
No, maybe
the amount
then,
of time.
maybe now
Even
it's not as common,
or
but
now,
then
like
it's like
even
when
even
you
that
no,
again,
back
Kelly,
then in
those
those days it
situations
was so
happen.
common.
Those situations happens. We get it. It's there, right? But I'm saying it's not. Let's not paint that picture that that's every time it happens. Like no, it's a small portion of it. Of course, we're
I
only
don't,
going to hear
that
the
was not a
misery
small portion of
side.
it, for sure.
Again, are you going to hear the happy marriage? Oh, this thing happened. Oh, and then we got arranged marriage, and then we're great. Or are you going to remember? Oh, I had a kid out of wedlock, and boom, I'm being abused and things like that. You're only going to remember the negatives. That's only what's publicized out there. You're not going to see the good ones where it happened that way. And then second, you do have a lot of other scenarios where some of these guys we have a ton of scenarios where in December when people come from abroad, they literally do exactly that. Impregnate women, leave them and come back to America. And that's what we're saying. These people end up having multiple
30
families.
December.
Transactional.
Well,
One here, one back there.
speaking of arranged marriages, do you guys wish that it was more of that in
Hell
today's
no.
Oh, hell
No,
no.
No.
Hell
no.
no.
Actually, no. Yes, I
Hell
do.
no.
Yes, I do.
I think
I
it's
do.
pros
Hey, you
and
No.
went to
cons.
arranged marriages,
Yes.
Carson. I want to arrange a marriage for you.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Actually,
no, no,
actually,
no, 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 no,
actually,
no, no, no,
actually,
no, no,
all
no,
true.
no, no, no,
Since
no,
you
no,
said
no,
He will
yes,
tell you,
no.
since
No, no,
he
no.
likes you
call
so
your
much, he
mother.
will tell
Call
you
your
he wants to arrange
mother.
one.
Call your mother.
Hey, fam. No,
Try
no.
to call your
So the
mother.
idea of arrangement, please stay over there. The idea of arranged marriages, I think it's a good idea because guess what? It's a commitment, not just from the families, but also those two people. How often do we see nowadays this person does not get along with their in-laws and things like that?
A
In an
lot.
arranged marriage, you're guaranteed to have some kind of structure to where you're avoiding a lot of those problems very often because this is an agreement and you're going through all of this. You're meeting the families beforehand, so if you
Yeah.
can foresee problems happening beforehand, you can potentially, this ain't gonna work, and block it.
But
Yeah.
but
But go ahead. What's the but?
I was gonna say it depends who is finding this person for you,
That's
and
the
it
thing
also
too. Yeah.
depends the timing of it of when it's
Exactly.
happening. Because here's the thing: some families will groom the other person and never tell you, and then just bring that person when it's time for you to get married. Some people in
Yeah.
Carson's scenario, you know ahead of time that this is the person that you're gonna get married to, so you
And
already
if you
have that
guys
in
grew up together, like you know
exactly.
each other.
So you already have that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Now, some people just gonna
That's
find
different.
anybody because when they're giving all hope, and there's no hope left, like you, Carson. And there's absolutely no hope left. You're gonna find
You see the slander?
the next best thing, and come and give to. I think that's where we are with you, actually.
That's what, honestly, I'm happy you like arranged marriage because at this point we're just going to do that for you. Because if we are to sit here and wait for you to go and find a woman, we'll be sitting here and waiting.
But no,
Yeah.
so I think we didn't really answer Kira's question, right? As far as the whole baby mama and baby daddy thing, right? I think in Africa it's not as glorified as it is in the States here, because for the most part, being a baby mama is seen as a title. They put a crown on your head, like, yes, my baby mama, my baby daddy. Even when somebody comes, for example, right? Say you come to visit, or you're taking your child to your grandmother's house, for example, right? Drop the kid off, say, "Hey, baby mama is here." Like, really? Like, I don't
Baby
get that.
moms.
Baby mom, and there's look how they're going, their pearl whites out, smiling, like, yeah, it's a very good title. So yeah, I think in the States here, it seems to be like a glorified thing, whereas in Africa, try that nonsense somewhere.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Like, I hear men here say, like, yeah, that's my baby mom. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of my baby mom. But I'm like, and then I think to myself, but like, so then what makes the baby mom different from your wife when you have a wife? It's like, it's no difference. You know, I feel like when they're a wife, that's when you take care of them, not just because they had a kid. I'm
I have
not
an answer
saying,
for that.
yeah, I'm not saying you don't take care of your baby mom, but what I'm saying is it's a lot of women who have children and they don't want to do anything anymore. They just want to be stay-at-home moms. But I feel like that's more so for the wives, not just a baby mom. That's just my
Do you
opinion.
know the answer to that question?
No, what's the answer?
You can only have one wife, but you can have a lot of baby mamas.
Yeah.
One person has your heart. Multiple people have your pockets.
Actually, kind
That's
of.
the thing that pisses me off. Well, please, let's not
Do
think
the women agree, or like what are your guys' thoughts on what I said? Do I sound like
With baby
You're not
mamas?
wrong.
You're
You're not
What
wrong whatsoever. Like it's really in the African community, it's very frowned upon.
yeah.
Me, I'm sorry, I cannot imagine to be somebody's baby mama. I'd rather abort mission than to actually like be somebody.
Going to the hitman's office. Hey.
Like, I'm sorry, God forbid I have somebody's child and there's no ring on my finger.
Wonderful.
Guarantees so many things than to not have a ring.
Oh,
A
wow.
ring brings security.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even like, obviously, yes, I want love and all that
What's the
stuff.
Davido song again? Assurance.
It brings assurance.
I am
A
looking
ring
for a
brings
sister.
assurance. If the man wants to play with your life, let him play with you while you're married. You can take
Like
everything.
sometimes we
Hakimi.
women we
Hakimi's
know who
principle.
we are with,
Mhm.
but we don't want to accept that this person is trash.
Yeah.
Like we're the ones who put ourselves in that position. Like, you know, this person is toxic. You guys are fighting and breaking up every like 2 seconds. And you're still there having a hope, like, and then you decide to have his child when you know very well, like, you guys are not even on the same path. Why?
Hey, because
That's
it's
the
at least an 18-year commitment as
What if I
opposed to
like-
maybe a
what if I
0-year
like
commitment.
toxicity?
You feel me?
What if I like
No.
toxic?
no,
Yeah.
that is so toxic.
Some do.
One
They
thing
like-
about me,
Like,
I like what's not
please
good for me.
fall in love. Like, just fall in love.
the brains are fried.
I hope it
Hey,
does.
hold on, Kelly. Remember the forbidden fruit.
Mm.
Just think before you say any of that, remember the
Who
forbidden
ate it
fruit.
first? Who ate
Who
it
ate it
first?
Here we
first?
go.
Your
You
gender.
know, I
I
have a
Your
believe
gender.
with my
men
friends
ate it
too.
and then lied and
It's-
said Eve ate it. That's why they have the Adam's apple.
It's
Like,
Adam's fault. We're just gonna say that it's Adam's
Damn.
fault. I don't care.
Okay.
Adam had to lie.
Does Adam not
Adam
have
Adam,
had
sense?
to lie.
Adam is
Okay.
the man.
You know what's funny?
The woman.
You know what's funny?
It's y'all fault.
Leave it to women to read something completely and just jump to the wrong
Okay,
conclusion.
okay, if
It's y'all fault.
okay,
Hold on,
if
hold on,
a
hold on, hold on,
she
hold
ate
on,
the
hold on,
fruit,
hold on,
It's
guys.
y'all
Hold on,
fault.
hold on, hold on. There's a reason why it was Noah, not Noella, who saved the world.
Exactly. You feel me?
I don't think
My
it was
God.
a particular reason. It just happened to he just picked somebody and it happened to be Noah.
Nah, bro, it wasn't.
Wonderful.
Noah was married, right? Or wasn't he married? Why
He had a
didn't he?
wife, yeah.
Exactly,
He
he
had
was
a wife
married.
and kids.
So
Yeah.
why wasn't the wife Shanta?
so what does that have to do with you all being out there in the street?
Okay, I mean the whole point is, right? Cameroonian men, we are great guys. That's what it boils down to. We're excellent, right? But honestly though, to wrap things up, everything that we talked about, right, it's all about duality, right? As much as we're aiming to do good, there's always going to be negatives out there and things
Mhm.
like that. So before we wrap things up, what are your final thoughts? Let's start with you, Kelly. Overall, anything, just final thoughts to wrap things up.
Um, like I have said before, I feel like we are making progress, to getting to know each other better and coming into each other's space. And I just wish that those of us who climb up the ladder, we would try to pull each other up more than trying to like just push each other out of the way and then like just because we want to like impress the upper or higher power. So, um, I do pray that we can, somehow just meet in the middle. Someday it might not be today, it
Mhm.
might take years, but I feel like we're on that path of like walking our way through it and just, trying to just make sure that we align and we are like stable on one line. So I see a little bit of progress and hopefully it stays that way.
Mhm.
Well said, well said. Yep, Sensei. Hmm. Kier,
I
thoughts?
don't blame you.
Yes, I agree with what Kelly said, and I feel like maybe we should all just try to get to know each other more, hang out, and find our similarities, and we start from there.
All right, nice, nice. Queen come on now, give us the wisdom.
Stop putting that pressure on me now.
Give us the wisdom. Come on, that's shiny five head. You know there's sense in there. Give us the wisdom.
But as a person who lives both worlds, I want to say that we Africans and Black Americans are so similar. Like, way much more similar than we think we are. It's actually insane. So, until we understand that and we let each other into each other's space and we come together, there will be no growth. I love the growth that we're having right now. I really feel like social media has merged everything so we can now see each other's world, and we just need to continue that. Share the wisdom, and Black Americans and African women, stay away from those black men, okay? Find you a white king.
Wow.
What? Wait a minute. No, 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 no,
That was
no. Flag on the
Okay,
play.
wait.
that was a
Let's
rant.
Flag
not
on
go
the
too far,
play.
okay? Let's not
Flag,
go too far.
flag on the play.
Calm
What is
down.
this?
Calm down, dearest. Calm down, okay?
Golly.
They're not that bad. Okay.
They are.
Hmm.
They
Let
cheat
me just say
too.
this.
They
Exactly.
cheat
It's
They're
too.
not
like
like that. They're the
raw
same
cocoa.
people. They're the same
You know that
people.
raw Igbo cocoa that you eat before you cook and it scratches you. That's how they are.
They're
That
good
was my
men.
wisdom. So,
That was your wisdom.
very.
Okay. Keen, please give us actual wisdom.
Oh gosh. My final thoughts is that I think that we are similar in ways. We just have to talk to each other more, get to know each other more, understand each other's cultures, and also help each other more, if that makes sense. So I think we all can learn from each other, and it would impact us greatly. So yeah, those are my final words.
Yeah, nice. I like that. I like that. Preach, preach. Bonino.
Wagwan.
London playing for us now. London
Wagwan.
playing for us.
My brother.
Hmm.
You know, the whole time I was thinking about that album, Nas and Damian Marley, Distant Relatives.
Distant relatives.
You know now.
Sawali.
Yeah,
That's
Savali.
all.
Yeah, you have sense. So one of the songs
Man.
there is called Africa Must Wake Up.
Mhm.
It features Kanan. So you have Nas, who's American, Damian
Of
Marley, who's
course.
Jamaican, and you have Kanan, who's from Somalia. So I mean, all of us here were distant relatives, so let's start acting like it.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. Yeah, I'm not even going to add anything to that. Let's just wrap things up. You know how to find us, right? On the Bird app, you can follow us at Now You Know One, NAYOUKNOW, and the number one on the Bird app. You could also follow us on IG, and that's NYK Podcast. We will drop Kiara's IG as well when we drop the episode, as well as yours, Keen. So please go ahead and give them a follow and check out their business. They have a lot to offer. And with that being said, this is another episode, and we will end it with the famous Dr. Umar quote, right? Let's all bring ourselves together and just remember, Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never. And that's it. Yeah.
Shake 'em.